Hi everybody and welcome to CAS 352 Organizational Communication. My name is Dr. Lisa Tuning and I will be your instructor for this course. So CAS 352 is a course that really considers communication to be the lifeblood of an organization. I would even argue that you can't have an organization without communication because it's through communication that we connect, it's through connections that we build social structures, and organizations really are at their heart social structures. So communication does everything from creating the organizational culture to setting the organizational rules to sharing the organizational rules to creating new ones, forming groups, everything, really, everything in organizations, in my opinion, comes down to communication. So that's kind of the approach that we're taking in this course, and we're going to just explore the different types of communicative functions, starting with classical approaches and theories that describe organizational communication, and then fast forwarding to the more contemporary workplaces. And let's see, what are we fast forwarding to? Socialization, decision making, and then conflict management, organizational change and leadership, and emotion and diversity processes. So we're really going to cover a broad range of topics in this class. And a lot of what you're going to learn is probably stuff that you've already experienced, but what it's doing is giving you more of a context to understand your role in it and how you can use communication to further your career as well as help your organization. And so that's kind of what this class is about. So because it's 6 weeks, it's a lot of work condensed into 6 weeks, but this course is designed to be manageable, allow you to reflect on your own role in the organization and apply the content that you're learning to your own situations and situations you might find yourself in the future in organizations. So the purpose of this video is to kind of just walk you briefly through our Canvas course shell as well as the syllabus so that you know what to expect. And that way, if you have any questions, you can just reach out to me and we can talk. All right, so you'll see that our Canvas course shell is set up in a module view. So this is your homepage when you click into our Canvas course shell from Canvas dashboard, and you'll see that every week there's week 1, week 2, and so on. And so everything you need for that week is in the module. And then finally at the end there is a module for your final exam. Now I know a lot of students like to use the assignment view, and the assignment view is a great double check to make sure that you're hitting all of your assignments, but really the module view is better because it includes, if I were to add extra reading, say, or just an outside reference, or your PowerPoints, right? They're all here in the module view and you won't see them in the assignment view, and I don't want you to miss them. So the PowerPoints are not narrated. They are truly designed to get you to kind of like hone in on the key topics and key questions of each chapter. So you can't really do the work without reading the chapters, but these PowerPoints act as sort of a framework for your reading. So they might help clarify concepts a little bit, or at least kind of signal to you the important concepts that you should really pay attention to as you're reading. And then you'll see in each module, you have a quiz, some discussions or activity, and 3 discussions or activities for each chapter. So if you see this little icon, it's a discussion, and it's a question or a prompt that I'll have you answer or do, and then you have to respond to 2 classmates. In activities, they're maybe a little bit longer because there's solo work and you just do the activity yourself and you don't respond to anyone else. So there are quizzes. There are 12 quizzes. You only have to do 10. I'll take the 10 highest grades, so you can do 12, but then I'll only count the 10 highest. Or if you are not a quiz person, you have the option of doing 2 papers, and one of those papers would be due in week 3, right here. And you can see here Dropbox paper 1, only for those who choose 2 papers over 10 quizzes. And then the other paper would be due in week 5. And so again, you can see right there. And so they each have their own specific prompts that you can click on and read through, and then let me know if you have any questions. I do recommend starting them in advance because they are a bit lengthier. So the quizzes will be every week. They'll be shorter and they serve as a great reading check and a check to make sure you understand the concepts. The papers are for people who don't like to take like multiple choice or true false kind of quizzes and would rather write out their thoughts. They also ask you to draw heavily on concepts from the reading. So it's not like, oh, if I don't do the quizzes, I don't have to read, but it's just being able to apply the content and make sure that you understand it in a different way. So I hope that makes sense. You have to choose one though. You can't do like half quizzes, half papers. Choose one or the other. Okay, so that is that. And so that kind of, we've covered the syllabus here too to a certain extent, but I'll just run you through it so you can see why is the syllabus. All right, so I will add a PDF of this syllabus. I did, and I don't know why it's not there. But let's see. So what we will learn, how we'll do it. This is your required textbook. It is available in a lot of formats. You can get it at the bookstore. You can get it online. I believe that you can rent it as well, or you can buy an ebook. So there are a lot of different ways to access it. So I tried to give you some choices that were hopefully a little more affordable. And let's see. Okay, so what I recommend to make sure that the work doesn't get overwhelming, because it is a lot of work put into 6 weeks. So Monday and Tuesday, you could just read and look through the PowerPoint. Wednesday, maybe take a quiz. Thursday, Friday, do your discussion posts and activities. And then Saturday and Sunday, you could finish any leftover work, take a break. Well, and they're actually you could work ahead too if you wanted to. You don't have to do these in real time necessarily. So yeah, so you could see, like, obviously you don't have to be, if you wanted to spread it out over 7 days, you could probably finish everything in one long day or 2 medium days. So depending on what your schedule is, I absolutely encourage you, because if you've never taken an online class before, the work can snowball. It seems like you have all the time in the world because we have 24 hours in a day, but those hours go quickly. And I say this from the perspective of someone who every summer or the semesters I teach online, I'm like, oh, great, online. I don't have to be in class, so it's going to be somehow less work, but it's not. It can sneak up on you very quickly. So this is not a required schedule. This is just like my recommendation to you. Everything is due Sunday by midnight for the week that it's assigned. This is just how I recommend you get from Monday to Sunday when the work is actually due. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. I've listed some of the things, programs that you would likely need to get through. Really, you just have to have. I don't even think I rely on Adobe. This is kind of like a pat thing that I put in all my syllabi. I don't think you need Adobe for this class. Really, you just need Canvas, and then I have every file in a PDF, so you should be able to open that on any computer. As you hand in work, if you do the papers or the final, I don't have pages, so I need you to either hand in Word or PDF. Course description we talked about, learning outcomes. So what I was talking about before, your routine Canvas activities, also known as online discussions and activities, count for 30% of your grade. They're due, like I said, Sunday by 11:59 p.m. for the week that they are assigned. That's just, again, more talking about the discussions and activities. Your 10 best chapter quizzes or your grades on 2 papers. And so I already kind of showed you where they were and how you can find them. Those are worth 40% of your grade. These are not group activities. Don't share answers, don't share work. So again, that would be considered plagiarism. And the prompts for paper 1 and 2 are on Canvas. And again, please hand them in as a PDF or Microsoft Word document. And then your final exam, it's open response, open book, case-based exam. I'm opening that Dropbox at the end of the semester. So you can work ahead all semester, but I want you to wait until the end to do the final. If you have time requirements, like you're going through the class more quickly for a specific reason, reach out to me and we can talk about opening it earlier for you. But actually, then we'd have to think of some sort of alternative exam. So right now I'm going to say the exam, it's not open till the end of the semester. That's it, and that's worth 30% of your grade as well. So in terms of class policies, any of the routine Canvas activities, such as the weekly discussions or quizzes, will not be accepted late. So once that week is over, they're done. I'm not taking it late. Papers 1 and 2 have to be in the appropriate Canvas Dropbox according to the due date. So I will accept the papers late because they are worth a little more. You figure for 10 quizzes, each quiz counts less. If there's only 2 papers, they obviously count more. So, but you will get a grade deduction, and after 7 days late, I don't take them. And the final exam has to be handed in on time because I have to get your grades in. Any communication for the class has to be done through Canvas. You can set up your webmail to forward to Canvas if you wanted to. I am online regularly. The weekends do get a little bit wonky, so especially Sunday. So I would say every day besides Sunday, I'll get back to you within 24 hours, but Sunday it might be a little longer. But I'll get back to you on Monday, so I guess it's still 24 hours. So that's that. Academic honesty, academic integrity policy is right here. And then also, if you have disabilities that you feel qualify you for academic accommodations, please see Tiffany Ostrowski in 223 Sutherland. That's on the Abington campus. Each campus should have its own disabilities coordinator, so you would have to work with them in order to get the accommodations and then forward them to me, preferably during the first week of class, so that I can know if I need to make any changes in the course to accommodate you, which I am more than happy to do. I just need to know. The Learning Center, again, this is all Abington specific information, but I suspect that your campus also has each of these resources. If you don't know where they are, how to find them, let me know, and I will work with you to help you find them on your own campus. So the Learning Center is a great place to go for help with writing. So whether if you are a C student and you want to do better, or if you're an A student, you just want to polish your work, any of those are good reasons to go to the Learning Center. And we also have these online learning resources through Penn State. Resources for harassment, assault, and discrimination. You can see that we have a lot of different phone numbers, emails, contacts depending on the issue. So again, you can reach out to any of, and actually, honestly, if you reach out to any one of these people, they will point you in the right direction. If you reach out to me, I will point you in the right direction. And again, of course, if you're not on the Abington campus, just let me know and I'll help you find these resources at your campus. And then finally, here is the course schedule. So it's the dates, the topic, the reading, the Canvas activities and discussions. I just say they're listed there, and then which quizzes and or papers. And you can see right here, you could do the two quizzes, or if you aren't doing the quizzes, the first paper is due there. I mean, it's pretty standard, right? I'm just showing you. And that's it. And then again, our final exam is after the 6 weeks are over. I'm calling it exam week, so it's due Friday, 6/28 by midnight. So that is basically it. It's a busy class, it's an important class, but it's also a very straightforward class. If you just follow the modules and get the stuff handed in on time, like, that's great. That's pretty much what there is to it. And it's really been designed to make sure, again, that you're reflecting on the content and that everything kind of ties back to the readings, but then builds on each other and ties together so that you have a really comprehensive sense of the role of communication in the workplace and how it can affect you or how you can affect it, right? Because you want to be proactive as you enter your careers. So that is it. I will also send out weekly announcements, kind of just like previewing the week, and so that we can kind of feel like we're staying in touch. In terms of office hours, I am not on campus regularly, although I am on campus randomly. So if you just email me, we can set up, I can Zoom with you. We each have our own like Zoom space from Penn State, so we can Zoom, or we can meet face to face. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I look forward to working with you this semester.